It's the change is insane because suddenly you click. Like you sort of feel like you've been sleepwalking a little bit, then you go into an environment where people think the same and have the same passion as you, and you're like, oh, this is what it was like to maybe have gone to to a school where there were a mix of, not that I'm saying it's gender specific, but with a private school I think you just get a certain sort of range of people that maybe might not be into this sort of thing. So
Yeah.
yeah, going into uni and having, it was literally a room full of guys. I think there were 4 girls and there were about 120 guys. I think it was a big course.
Yeah.
It was daunting, but it was amazing just to go in and go, let's just talk about cars. What's your favorite car? And everyone just knew what they were going on about. It was yeah, it was probably the best 4 years of education I've had.
Yeah. And so how did that transition then? Because if you're again, it's still, I mean, there's still 4 girls in a room of 120 guys. So did you as a, I don't know, as a female collective, did you grow a relationship with them? And are you still in contact with them? Or was it like was it more of a competition sort of thing?
It kind of, no, we kind of got on. It's a hard one with females, and I don't like it's difficult for people to not take it the wrong way, but you almost feel like you're in competition because it's a small group of girls and you all get your backs up because it's kind of like, oh well, if there's a small minority of us, then you kind of want to be the person that stands out.
Mm.
Which is, I guess, a wrong way of looking at it. You shouldn't, but naturally, I think instinctively, I think times are changing. But even 10 years ago, that's what it felt like. I don't speak to any of them anymore, actually. I think a few of them went into boat design. I think a couple of them did sort of something to do with all the computer aided modeling,
Mm.
but a couple of them didn't go into it. So I don't actually, no, I don't actually talk to any of them. The guys, yeah, speak to most of the guys, but none of the females, strangely enough.
That's interesting because it's just one of those things where like it's weird because it is such a male dominated career path, isn't it? It's one of those things where I've spoken to people on the podcast before, and they go, yeah, they are female. They go, yeah, there's no one that looks like me. There's no one that's my gender. There's no one that understands like that side of it, and it's interesting. So when you found a job and you were looking for a job in automotive design, like how was the interview process and what was it like for you? What was your experience of it?
It was tough because you feel as though you almost have to prove yourself double fold to a male,
Mm.
um, because you don't want to be employed. And again, this is going to sound awful, but it's just the way it works. You don't want to be employed because you tick a box of, oh, well, great, there's not many females, so we'll take them. Um, because I went into the clay modeling side of automotive design, I think I felt better in the sense where you have to prove a skill.
Mm.
You have to prove it on a job with a team of people. And if you're no good at it, they'll be able to tell straight away. So the process I went through actually after uni was that we were given an opportunity to do like a 3-month academy. So you go to this academy, and they sort of teach you the basics of hard modeling as well as clay modeling, just so you kind of have the know-how of being able to go and do whatever it is on your own
Yeah.
and not have to have help for it. So that was a good 3 months, just to get your head around it, and that really helped me when I applied for the Jaguar Landrover position as a clay modeler, because you were able to confidently talk about what you knew and you could actually show what you've done.
Yeah.
So the process for getting the actual job for me, I think I was quite lucky in that sense because I felt confident enough to be able to say, yeah, I can prove myself just as well as a guy could in the situation.